Good evening, everyone. This is the one and only DJ Skyrocket coming to you live with another exciting episode of Bulk Night Picks and Line. And as you can see, I got my counterpart with me. There he is, the one and only Soldier B. Tell everybody what you're feeling today. Okay, he got technical difficulties going on. You know, him in that space lounge. They always have stuff going on in that space lounge. They probably had a party in the space lounge last night, and probably trying to get back. I see since he done been home, he done got his hair done. He done, he done got his hair fried down and laid to the side. So we'd like to welcome everybody. This is day 4 of the Olympics, and I know we got a lot of stuff to talk about the Olympics. Team USA, Team France, Team Germany, Team the country. You know the countries. We're not gonna run them all down. There's a whole bunch of them, but we got some stuff we got to say about the Olympics. Now, before we get started in the Olympic talk, I got to let my counterpart introduce himself. Go ahead, man. Tell everybody.
All right, hold on. Give me 1 second, man. Let me clean my glasses.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Yeah, I'm a little bit off kilter, a little late, but it is what it is.
Well, we all a little late. I was doing my neighborly duty. My neighbor just had back surgery, and I went down there. I cut his grass for him. You know, he one of those ones that always have his grass tight and right. So I went down there and tightened it up for him. I went down there.
I'm laughing about you cutting grass because I know the lawnmower you using.
hey, don't you be talking about my errands?
I'm laughing about that lawnmower.
that thing got an extra gear now. I don't know what your daddy did. I'm not going to tell everybody the story on that lawnmower, but I don't know what your daddy did. But that thing got an extra giddy up in it now. I got to watch. I got to trim that thing down a little bit. But go ahead.
Yeah, y'all know what's going on, man. It's your boy Soldier B, man. We at it again. We're gonna keep this thing going, of course. Tonight we're gonna talk about some things, man. I mean, just some things have been on my mind a little bit. And I don't know if it's been on anybody else's mind, but we try to bring light to the dark a little bit, and we'll keep rolling with it. But let's go ahead and get into it, man.
All right. Well, this is day 4 of the Olympics. It's technically day 4, but it's really for us, it's day 3. Most people don't know that the Olympics actually start before the opening ceremony. They start like a day or two because they have so many events and so little venues that have all these events in. So they have to start a little bit early, and some of the athletes are not able to get to the opening ceremony until later because of prior commitments and all this other stuff. So it is a logistic nightmare for the different countries to try to make sure all their athletes get there on time. One of the monorails.
Honestly, I wouldn't even call it a logistic nightmare because this is nothing that's new. This ain't nothing that's new. The Olympics been around here for a long time, as long as I've known it as a little boy, and so it's nothing new. Logistics flights still fly, cars still drive. So it ain't no logistic nightmare to get people at the events. The same way to get to the events is the same way it's been around for years, and planes, trains.
I'm not talking about the spectators. I'm talking about the athletes itself.
I'm talking about the athletes too. So why would that be a logistic nightmare?
Because you got to worry about planes being delayed or canceled, and we live in a world where everything ain't 100% right.
Well, I hadn't heard any logistic problems with any of the teams out there. There was nobody that was saying we barely made it because all the commercials show people with these, from all these other countries, putting their bags in the cars and. All right, we're headed there. You know what I mean? So it ain't like, any of these athletes really had any real problems getting there and nothing like that. So let's not try to seem like,
But see, the problem is, I don't have to tell you the problem is, they don't put everything out in the media. You got to have a person that's in the background. See, that's why under my name it say HNIC, because I can deep dive and find out stuff that other people can't find out.
No, you could deep dive and you could deep dive and deep dive and deep dive and keep on diving, and you'll find the same thing that the other person that the deep dive and the deep dive. you
No,
you got some insight on something. You got some insight on who didn't make it to the games. You tell me who didn't make it to the games there.
Russia didn't make it to the game.
Now we talk about something else. Now that ain't no logistical problem.
And Bulgaria didn't make it. Well, Bulgaria but they ain't able to fly their flag.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Now you talk about deep diving. I'm gonna tell you this right here, though. I'll tell you this right here. I'm glad we're on the Olympics right now. But first of all, I want to say Kevin Durant's performance today
excellent.
Was just ridiculous. I mean, excellent. Kevin Durant showing why he, is that Olympic guy for the USA. Kevin Durant showed his ass today. Just a great game for Kevin Durant. Went in, did his thing. LeBron did his thing, of course. Kevin Durant, he showed out though. He didn't disappoint.
Like the
no,
said, see, his pronouns is he and him.
Yeah, according to Dwayne Wade. Now we're gonna stop doing this shit. We're gonna stop doing this pronoun stuff. That's what we're gonna stop doing. We're gonna stop doing this pronoun stuff. Everybody do their thing, everybody have their fun, do what they want to do, but that's nothing more than a distraction from what's real anyway. So but I want to talk about, honestly, I want to talk about the whole Olympic thing right now. So let's go ahead and let's discuss that. Russia is not allowed to be in the Olympics per se, but they do have like 30 something athletes in there, but they can only operate under some other type of so they've got athletes. They were disqualified completely from the opening games, which was, I think that, I mean, if we promoting all this, everybody's the same. We're supposed to be on the even keel and joy and love and all this other stuff. Despite what's going on, Russia should still be allowed to have their athletes under their banner. If every other athlete, like Iran, North Korea, Israel, Gaza, Israel, Palestine, there's a war going on in Palestine, but they were able to scrape some guys up from out the ashes to perform in the Olympics. I mean, come on, let's look at the real deal. Why is it that Russia wasn't allowed to fly their flag and under their operate under their flag? These are the Olympic Games. We had Olympic Games when Jesse Owens was kicking the Nazis' asses. You know what I'm saying? So
okay. So this is the official statement that was released. It says after Russia,
the voice is up in here.
Olympic Committee. Listen, the International Olympic Committee banned the Russian and the Belarusian delegation from the 2024 Paris Olympics. Right. While the two nations are banned from their sports, the IOC allowed individual athletes to compete at the games separated from their country.
Which is what sense does that make?
What
sense does that make? What pride is there in that?
If I was a Russian and I made it to the medal round of whatever sport it was, if I was to place and win a medal, whatever place I'm in, instead of flying their country flag, they're flying the Olympic flag.
Not only that, they just gonna play some general. They're gonna play some general. They're gonna play some general.
They're gonna play the Olympic theme song if they win the gold medal. But
no, you keep saying the Olympic theme song. I don't
Yeah,
even know. Can anybody hum the Olympic theme song to me? Because I've never heard of the Olympic theme song. Can somebody hum that shit to me or something?
Okay,
I
well,
haven't
I'll bring
heard
it
of
up
it.
for you. You
I
never
haven't
heard of
heard it. And I've never seen any other country. I've never seen any other country have to fall under the same title. This is the reason they said it. I'm gonna tell you the whole background behind it. The reason they said it was because Russia supposedly invaded Ukraine shortly after the Winter Olympics, and they were supposed to wait till after they were supposed to wait. Like there's a treaty, some unwritten treaty that I just found out about. They were supposed to wait until after the Olympic Games, where you have the special needs Olympic Games.
Yeah, that's
So right. So they supposedly invaded before then. So now they use that as an excuse to violate them, saying that they invaded the country. You went to war before that. But we, as the United States, we've been at war for how many Olympic Games that have been happening? We've had constant wars forever. How many other countries have had constant wars going on, but all the participants were still able to participate?
There are wars that's going on in other countries that we stuck our nose in.
It doesn't matter whether we stuck our nose in it or not. We took it on. We took it on as soldiers. We took that on. That became our war. Every war we get involved with becomes our war. That's just how it happens throughout history. So I'm just saying that Russia should have been able to represent their athletes, because I guarantee you this right here, with the standings in what is that? With the standings in gymnastics right now, Russia would have been right in there. They've always had great gymnastics. They've always had great runners. Russia has always been a formidable opponent. So let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it from that standpoint. But now it's like, well, now you can't do this, you can't do that, because we've all agreed that you're banned and all this other stuff. But you can have 30-something athletes. They only gave them 30-something athletes. USA has got what, 500 athletes, almost 600 athletes, something like. How many countries have got, 200 athletes in it? Just watching the little boat parade. You know what I mean? And I thought it was pretty disrespectful that they couldn't even be in the opening ceremony. That's real disrespectful on major levels. Like we trying to escalate some shit for some reason, but they still sent people, and now they got to do it under the neutral athlete clause or some other shit that they decide to put out there. It's all garbage. That's all garbage. If these are supposed to be the games, the Olympic Games, where everybody in the world, despite what's going on in their countries, because if you can dig people out of Ukraine, the rubble that's supposed to be in Ukraine, if you can dig people out of Palestine, the rubble that's going on in Palestine, and you can still bring athletes there, Russia should still be able to be in there. You can call me whatever you want to call me on top of that, but I'm saying that they should still have their athletes in there, because if we're talking about the Olympic Games, it's nothing more. It's nothing more than the old cathedral games anyway. It's the old cathedral.
They're calling and I just looked it up. They're calling the people from Ukraine and those other countries the refugee Olympic team. That's their name. That's their name.
And that was just made up this year.
No. So back in the back in the Atlanta Olympics, it was a country, and I'm looking for it now to get the name. It was a country that was going through a split, and half of them didn't want to side. I think it was a country in Africa. They didn't want to side with their country, so they flew the Olympic flag as their flag too. So it has happened in history. It has happened in history.
About this Olympic flag, but I don't show me the Olympic flag. I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it?
Okay, show me not the circles, not the circles. Yeah, show me what it is from a country.
Show
me from a country. That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. I don't think this is just personally me. This is just my opinion because I really honestly, I think that it's unfair. I think it's unfair for them not to be able to represent their athletes right now. If this is supposed to be about peace and love and unity and all this other shit, despite the this opening ceremonies, because the opening ceremonies was pretty trashy to me because they did a lot. There was a lot of symbolism. There was a lot of symbolism in that opening game that I did not agree with at all. A lot of symbolism in that opening game and that's another topic. That'll get us booted up off of here. But
hey, that's why we are what we are. And we don't hold no punches. We don't hold no punches. We say it like a TI is.
Well, I tell you what a TI is. When they did the Last Supper remix on during the opening ceremonies,
I didn't get to see the opening ceremony.
The whole game was nothing more than it was the whole opening ceremony to me was nothing more than a show. It was a show that put elites in a certain place, and they slapped everybody else in the face. It was nothing more than there was so much evil in it, the representation, and then at the end when they showed the pale horse. Now everybody knows what the pale horse is, but nobody probably really recognized it. Not many people realize what the pale horse was at the end of it before they lit the Olympic torch. But the pale horse was there, and on that rider, his name was Death. So all this stuff right here is nothing more. You go ahead. That's what I'm saying. Look it up because it's there. The whole ceremony was nothing more than evil itself. It was just like right in your face. People that look at the signs and stuff like that. People that you know. So it was crazy. It was crazy. To me, a lot of that was crazy. And then when they did the Last Supper, because they actually showed a part of it. If you watch that, you can go like I got Peacock. I went ahead, paid the $2.99 for the veterans thing for Peacock. So I got Peacock. So I was able to watch it all.
So when you paid the $2.99 with the veteran discount.
Yeah, with the veteran discount. Yeah, so I can watch replay. I can watch everything. I watched the whole Olympic ceremony.
Hey,
I had to watch it over.
Hey, you know I'm black. Can I get your login information?
No. How about that? Now that's gonna take up one of my one. What you got like two? You can put it on two accounts. You ain't get my second one. You ain't get my second one. But I'm just saying, man. I'm saying the whole thing, like the times that we're in right now. So I want to discuss this. The times that we're in right now is bold face, evil in your face. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like for them to because and then not only that, I don't know if you got to watch this, you got to watch it. Anybody else that's watched it, if you watch the opening ceremony, there was a whole thing about it, like the character was from Assassin's Creed, the game. So even if you were a gamer, you would kind of see, you know, that boundary, you know, also. So the whole game was like the whole opening ceremony was the show. It was supposed to be, you know, I'm sure it was very entertaining for any of those who don't really look inside of the signs, you know, look inside it, because not everybody looks at you know, the symbols and signs, and the symbols and signs are what's going to, you know, kill them in the end. But I look at it, and this is the reason why I'm on it this strong right now, because I really do believe that opening ceremony was nothing more than to show you who's in control. It was a control tactic. You know, who's in control and what's to happen. When I saw at the end of it, after I saw the off with her head, I forgot what her name is, and like we see that in Alice in Wonderland and all that, but all that makes reference to something else. All this stuff connects to something else, all the way up to the lighting of the of the balloon at the end. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking at it because I see the symbols and signs inside of it, which is kind of scary. Oh, they got my brother right there. What's up, Jay? What's going on? So I just want, I'm saying, I want to put that out there because not everybody look at the opening ceremony and y'all tell me if y'all didn't see so many LGBTQIA and whatever they are, but this was emphasized also. Sodom and Gomorrah was already put in there. It was like heavily emphasized in that opening ceremony. It was ridiculous. So I can't say it that, like from an entertainment standpoint, I thought it was pretty good from an entertainment standpoint, but from the symbolism standpoint, it kind of messed me up a little bit. And not only that, I'm still upset too that Russia was not able in a time like this where everything is great and everything's supposed to be freedom, this, and let's all come together and not fight in the world and all this other stuff. But their athletes were limited to like 30-some athletes, and they were not even able, Belarus and Russia were not even able to even sport their own flags. So that's the standpoint I'm looking from. And I don't even know what it is. Why they weren't able to get to it. Why couldn't they represent that their country with their flags when everybody else can? When you still got chaos going on everywhere else. It's not like that's the only war that's going on. People fail to realize that there is Israel still attacking Gaza. So let's look at it from that point. Like I said, man, we get canceled or we don't. You know what I mean? But you still have Palestinians. They had their people representing, and they were able to dig some out of the ashes. You had Ukraine there. They were able to dig some of their athletes out of the ashes. And so somebody tell me something different. If y'all see something different, y'all let me know. Because I see it like I see it. I call it like I call it. And that's just what it is.
Hey, so your cousin, the Browns fan, is on here. Stacy. You see what he
Stacy, Sticky A. What's going on, cuz?
Talking about the Browns and Super Bowl champ. We'll talk about that in a second. But
oh man,
did you hear about this at the Olympics? The Canada soccer coach being sent home along with an assistant and an analyst for illegal use of a drone to fly over the stadium while their opponent was practicing.
Sounds like garbage to me. It really sounds like.
So they did a flop. No, because practices are closed. So they flew a drone and recorded some of their opponent practice. Then they took the drone back. They didn't stay that long. Then they took them again for the second time. And that's when they traced the drone. Somebody went out and followed the drone back to where it was. And that's where it was. So what they did was they fined, and you let me know if this is fair now. So they sent the coach home, which was okay, because he made the call. They sent the assistant coach home, and they sent the analyst home. Now, the problem I had is they penalized the team 6 points.
Okay, 6 points. They're scared of Canada.
And they fined the team.
They're scared of Canada for some reason.
But if your team is that good, why would you have to take that extra step in trying to record your team?
I'm gonna say this right. There's honestly, we can hear what they say. What they say is what we get on the news and all this other stuff. But honestly, when you get to this level, if you Canada, you didn't get to this level. You didn't get your guys in the Olympics from anything other than skill. And then even a drone is not going to tell you anything other than what you see from the drone. Yeah. So it's not like the drone is telling you any more information that's going to give you that's going to give you any more information than anything else. And then on top of that, if they flying drones in Paris to spy on other teams, we got to look at what their FAA regulations are. So that's a whole nother thing, because our FAA regulations tell us specifically where we can and cannot fly drones. So if obviously Paris has got a problem with FAA regulations, or whatever they call FAA regulations, but FAA regulations is the rule of flight for everybody that flies. So obviously they got to fall underneath those same FAA regulations. So that drone pilot is the one that should have been prosecuted, or whatever they wanted to do, because there's certain areas you can and cannot fly drones.
Anything about who the pilot was?
All this shit is a distraction. All this shit is they scared of Canada for some reason. Obviously, it may be scared of Canada. I don't know. Maybe they're scared of Canada. So let's get the coach out of here. Let's get the assistant coach out of here. Anybody else? Like the coach was like the one that called in the airstrike. Send out the drone. Let's fly. Let's see what they're doing. Yeah, I mean, stupid. All that's stupid. We fall in line with that dumb stuff on this stage. This is supposed to be the world stage right here. This is where everybody comes in and competes. Okay, so your best athletes are there. I don't care. So, at this point, I can't train you no more. I can't coach you no more when I get to this point.
So which one you think is better? Is it the world? Which one has more prestige? Is it the World Game or the Olympic Games?
You said, what you mean the World Games?
You know, they have a World Games. It's something like the Olympics, but I think it happened every 2 years.
I'll tell you this right here. Anybody that follows the games, they follow the Olympics. That's what they follow. The world, if there is a World Games, I'm not sure whether there is a World Games. But either way, everybody follows the Olympics right now, because you want to see your best athletes perform on highest levels against every other best athlete. This is the only time that they really, because you don't ever hear anybody saying that we're preparing for the World Games. You hear everybody say we're preparing for 2024 Olympics or 2028 Olympics. You don't ever hear anybody say anything about the World Games. So if there is a World Games, that missed me. It missed me.
Well, it's a World Game, and it's a World Game every year. I misspoke. It's not every other year. It's every year.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. So this is the biggest stage for all these athletes.
I guess it's a way to help the athletes compete more on the international level, to basically fill out their competition and whatnot. You know, in track and field, they have the Diamond League, which is an international track and field meet where they travel. So I think the World Game is just a correlation of the Olympics, just shrink down.
Well, like I said, man, we could take the World Game and we could just throw that under a pillow. Just let that stay under the pillow, because really the only thing that's going on right now is the 2024 Olympics. And the athletes.
I got a problem. I got a problem with the Olympics. Why? Okay, I should have had that pulled up. You know, for a sport to become an Olympic sport, it got to be played in so many. You got to have so many countries that participate in that sport, right? With the fall of baseball and them taking softball and baseball out because they say it was one-sided. That means one country winning a lot. Why haven't they added bowling to the Olympics?
Well, honestly, the same way, I'm gonna tell you why they added bowling to the Olympics. It's the same reason they haven't added, like, let's look at kickball.
What?
Look at darts, kickball. Let's look at pool.
That's not played by a lot of countries.
Like Efren Reyes would have been like the most like in pool. Efren Reyes would have been like the most decorated pool shooting Olympian ever if they added just pool shooting in the Olympics. That's not there. You know what I'm saying? So when you got to look at the same committee that told Russia they couldn't. You muted anyway. Like you muted. But you got to look at the same committee that told Russia they can't even fly their own flag. Y'all got to go in as neutral. Dude, you still muted, man. You still
I'm
muted.
not telling you. I'm talking to our co-host. I'm talking to our other co-hosts that's supposed to be on the podcast.
Oh, but like I said, like I'm saying, like why ain't pool in there? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we could like you said, darts. Darts could have been in there. I mean, we could think of events that would be in there. I mean, you know, some people like kickball. Some people like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Put hopscotch in there on a high level or something. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you can add events. You know, you can add whatever events you want to because it's nothing more than the Kingdom Games anyway. So Olympics come around, we know every 4 years. And these athletes, they train hard for however long. And then if you miss it, after you train for 4 years or 5 years and you miss it, you got to wait another 4 years to try to come back in. And then you get older and older and older. So who gonna catch these guys? Let's see who's the most decorated Olympian. That's what Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps is like the most decorated Olympian. You know what I'm saying? So you have, you know, some of these great Olympians, you know, but their time is right there. Because they looking at that 4 year period. You know what I mean? They're looking at that 4 year period. The USA is always going to be a great basketball team. You know what I'm saying? Since we decided to start putting some real players in there and really showing what we are. I mean, why don't we have baseball in there? And we're not like the greatest in baseball, you know, like 100%, because the Dominicans run a lot of our baseball right now. You know what I mean? So you got a lot of Dominicans on our baseball. We pick up a lot of Dominicans, you know, from, you know, that play baseball for us. So, I mean, who, you know, the Olympic Committee or whoever determines what sports is the sports that we use. Now we got breakdancing. I don't even know how the hell you qualify to breakdance. You know what I mean?
Because they okay. So the qualification was for the breakdancing was they had a world championship where breakdancing been around. Breakdancing competitions have been around since God knows when. Okay, so what they did, they had a world's, and this is why I'm the HNIC. They had a world's championship, and from the
Jack, you're right. Cornhole should have been in there.
Cornhole just came around. Cornhole has not been established that long to be a.
No, you finish your thought, man. Finish what you said. HNIC.
But breakdancing has been a world sport for the longest. They trying it out. They got 3 or 4 different sports this year that they're trying out in the Olympics. Tony
Wade Myers
hey, man.
right there.
How are you guys doing?
What's going on, buddy?
Well, I couldn't miss the opportunity to listen to you brothers today.
Oh man, we going in.
I don't have many men of the kind of clout you guys are around me.
Oh, bro.
Seems like, you know, the older we get, the more on our own we become.
Bro, we know your history. We all good, man. We all good, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the Olympics.
I heard. Yeah, go ahead.
We're talking about the Olympics and how Russia and Belarus was left out. They're not allowed to fly their country flag, and they were restricted on the number of
opening
athletes.
ceremony.
Well, I heard what Barrett was saying, and one of the things is Hitler did much worse than what either one of them are doing right now, and they were allowed to participate in the Olympics. So, you know,
so I'm saying, what I'm saying though, Tony, at the same time, I mean, we could say who did like every war, all the carnage, you know, throughout history. you know what I'm saying, the meaningless carnage and all that other stuff. You got to, veterans in and out of wars and all this other stuff. Regardless, though, this is like, for me, it's been like one of the things like where everybody, should be able to participate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To, get your best athletes in there.
Exactly.
And
dominate those countries. I
right.
want them in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want them in there.
I want to see them all. I want to see them all participate, fly your flag, because that's what makes countries countries. If we take the USA flag now, what if USA had done something where you know what? I'm not gonna say had done something, and I'm gonna walk an eggshell because I'm proud military.
Yeah.
So why is it, what I'm saying, that like now there are stipulations for other countries when there are wars going on, when wars have been going on forever. You know what I mean? So now your athletes have got to perform under some different identity, and you can't even get on the boats with everybody else out there in the boats doing the ceremonies, man, the water spraying everywhere, and everybody having a great time on these boats.
Yeah.
But then they have to say, well, Russia's been disqualified. The disclaimers, the small print. They had to say the small print. You know what I mean? So I was
they said it.
Yeah.
No, they said they kept saying it.
Yeah. That's the American news media is gonna play it.
So it's just, if this is supposed to be the let's unite everybody, you know what I'm saying? Maybe this will be the games that stop everybody from going to war and whatnot. But no, that's not it. That's not it at all. And when you look at it, they're showing you the alternative, you know what I'm saying? They show you, well, this is why, they want to give you why, but we like, nah, because Russia always has some great athletes. I thought we competed our best when we competed against Russia. Let's look at hockey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we had some of our best moments against Russia. I want all of your best. You know what I'm saying? So we can really say USA. You know what I'm saying?
How can you pound your chest when you don't know if you're competing against the best? I mean, we were beating them even though they were sending doped up athletes in. Yeah, we were still beating them. So it's like, do your steroids, do everything you got to do. We're still beating you.
We're still getting in that ass.
Yeah, we're still getting in that ass.
You know what I'm saying? For me to be the true patriot that
right?
Everybody
you on dope, and I still can dominate you. That's saying a lot.
That's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let them come in. The wars are gonna be wars, and we always fighting silent wars, and we're always fighting, wars that we don't even know about. You know what I mean?
I think we forget that also forget that government fight wars, not the people.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And that's the
whatever they're involved in, we just gotta, we gotta we're here with you.
We're citizens we're citizens of our country just like they are. We're not making these decisions to go to war where I'm pretty sure, 80-90% of their population, they don't want to go to war with anybody. I mean, we just like you said, we send the 10 and worry about black and white over here. But when you got a country where you got a territory in a country where everybody is the same color, come on, man. I mean, really? Yeah. So it's going to be there. I tend to say I'd rather deal with the racial system that we have here than to deal with what they got. They commit genocide in their country. So,
But like I was saying too, this is the big thing, and I'm gonna keep re-emphasizing this because it's only fair that I do. You still have Ukraine that are there, they were able to dig some people out of the rubble and still train and all this other stuff, still get to the Olympics. You still have Palestinians that are being dug up out of the rubble. You still have Palestinians that are still allowed to go ahead and you still have Israel. They have so that's what I'm saying. The wars are still there. You still have Iranians. You still have Chinese. No matter what the temperature is and what we say the temperature is, and everybody should follow this shit. They're all representing there.
Yeah.
That's why I thought, honestly, man, that it was unfair that Russia and Belarus were not allowed to even participate in the open ceremonies, and then they barely even cover the the events that they're in. You know what I mean? I just saw the archery with South Korea versus China. You know what I mean? Like, and I was stationed in South Korea. You know what I mean?
I don't think they don't really have a bad. They don't have a bad. Between them, I didn't think it was that bad between them.
They have a the China and South Korea are not on the same page. They've never been on the same page.
Well, I know they're not on the same page, but like I thought they were like not at war with each other. I thought they actually were trading partners to some degree.
Well, you know what? That's a whole nother to some when you say some degree is
the acceptability. The exception.
That marginal that gray area.
When you say North Korea trades with somebody.
It ain't just North Korea and Russia. You know what you got, Rocket? What's going on? What
she said? Artist of the Mind says NATO must control the Olympics because they get to say who.
Well, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. Now we start to get into some real stuff.
That is right. That's right. That is right.
Is it factual that NATO control the Olympics?
Well, no. If you look at it, who makes that decision that they can't participate? You would see that all the countries are NATO countries. I'm pretty sure Iran and China didn't say no. We're not going to let Russia compete. I'm pretty sure they didn't say that.
Olympic Committee, the Olympic Committee,
whoever IOC make the decisions.
Yes,
and the IOC are seated by people who are in the NATO coalition.
Yes.
Yes.
And they take a vote.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Because I believe the NATO coalition. Well, now we getting deep. I mean, we get canceled. But I believe the NATO coalition is nothing more than like your back alley, your black governments, your who's who among who. Those are
they're cliques.
That's the super
clique. Yeah, that's the super clique. Yeah.
So those are the ones that get to control world stage events. Like this is a world stage event. So if they could manipulate the betting, I bet you they would. You know what I'm saying? If they could get to each athlete and manipulate the betting, I bet you they would, because that's all they do is to make money.
You're talking my language.
Talk about manipulating the betting.
Talking about manipulating stats and bets.
For the first time ever, you can actually place live bets on the 2024 Olympics. For the first, as the event happened, you can pick your horse and ride him till the cows come home for a small fee. And I was brought to you today by our sponsor, Bulk Night Picks and Lines, where we just put the lines out and we really don't care what they say. We just like to have fun. All right, back to what y'all saying.
But I mean, honestly though, like seriously though, this is only our opinion. It's our opinion. My opinion is my opinion. The rest of the guests might not agree with my opinions, but I'm gonna tell you what I feel is true, and then you can do your own research. So we'll go from there. But yeah, I think that NATO honestly is one of the big dogs, when it comes to Olympic committees and a lot of the committees that we have, anything really.
Well, who do you think is centrally making the calls at the NATO table?
This goes back, Tony. I'll go back through the 13 bloodlines, brother, and then and we, you know what I'm saying, and that can go back, way back. So you've got a few bloodlines that have always been in power, that have always been in control of a lot of stuff. So I mean, and like I said, that's a whole nother topic, you know what I mean? But I don't want to bring that in right here. But I'm just saying,
Well, I mean, the country that pays the most is saying the most, and and people dare not go against us, and people are not going to go against us. So,
Yeah.
if we say we don't want somebody to participate, what do we dangle over their head? Well,
Money.
hey, money. I control your gold reserve. So
but I'm gonna tell you this right here. I'm gonna tell you this right here, Tony. I'm gonna tell you this right here. The gold reserves don't mean anything right now because you got the BRICS nation forming and all this other stuff. Now we're getting ready to lose our hegemony. The United States is losing their hegemony right now. We've never, which I'm saying, within the last.
What I told you about using them SAT words on Sunday.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
On Sunday, nobody ain't trying to figure out what you said. Bring it down for the people.
Well, let's look at the oil trade, man. The United States is always like, anytime you traded oil, it was always in US dollars. That was supposedly the United States money maker. So no matter what you did, you always had to trade, and we got a piece of it. You know what I mean? But then I'm gonna tell y'all what just happened with the BRICS nation, and I don't know if anybody even knows what the BRICS nation is. So I'm probably bringing something into the table that a lot of people really don't know. But the BRICS nations, man, was Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. So they decided to bring in their own thing, and they're gonna trade oil or trade, items or whatever, and it'll be backed by gold. So that's what the BRICS is, and that's what we're clamoring about right now. And that's why a lot of these wars are going on right now, to hold on to the power of the almighty dollar. So,
well, I think, when you say that, I continue to be the one to tell anybody that I think the American government is stupid by not, doing something with Venezuela when they control the most. They have the most resource. They have the most resource and less government. I mean, you really and truthfully, you're missing an opportunity here.
Well, Tony, I roll with you on that, man. But I look at Africa. As far as resources. Africa is like that's the resource compound. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but you got, my problem with Africa is you got countries like the US and the UK. They go in and they're paying the warlords and kings or whoever lead the tribes. They're just giving money to a centralized person and not the country itself. Not any one country. So they're centralizing the power so that they don't have to spend much to take over the resources there. And Russia has been beating, you say that, but if you look, Russia has been like expanding their territory in countries in Africa.
Oh man, I'm just looking at so do y'all think that Harris can handle these countries with all this? This is what I'm gonna say about this right here, and I think this is probably the only time I'm gonna touch it. I'm just gonna touch this right now, and I'm gonna leave it alone. Just touch it, leave it. If you're talking about Kamala Harris being the president, Kamala Harris will be a president just like any other president has been a president. So,
but not like Trump.
Hold on. I'm not going to separate. I'm not going to separate any of them. She'll be a president like any other president has been, because they get their marching orders just like any type of military personnel from anywhere else. Their marching orders don't come from what we see on TV, the Senate, the Congress. Those marching orders don't come from there. You don't write 5,000, 6,000 page bills overnight and then go vote on it the next 3 days. These things have already been in effect. They've already been there, because USA is on a path where we got to find our way out of this. So it doesn't matter who they put in. It don't matter who they put in, because I believe every last one of them that get in is an installed person anyway. We get the illusion of inclusion, and we go out there and we fight hard for our candidate and all this other stuff, while all the other garbage is going on behind the scenes. So I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. Like, it doesn't matter who they put in, because the people that really pull the strings behind it are the ones that really control our politics anyway. You know what I'm saying? When you've got people like BlackRock, you know, when you got BlackRock and you got people like BlackRock and you've got
what's the group that former president, vice president Cheney owned?
Yeah, he owns Cheney owns the oil company. He owns
what was the big company? Halliburton. Yeah,
Halliburton.
That was another company.
Those were
those two companies, you know, they're
because I used to work in the oil field, so I knew about how I worked with a lot of Halliburton.
So a lot what you said is 100% true. Even though, you know, some people may despise Trump, even, you know, but the thing is, Barrett, is the representation, what the people do see, and how I want to be represented. I want to be represented in a good light, not in the turmoil and chaos that you know our former president brought us. And I do believe it's the people who's running the country is the people is what makes a good president is the people that they're surrounded by. And I don't think Trump was surrounded by bad people. I thought he surrounded himself with great people.
I think that he was surrounded by the same posse, the same committee, the same people people put themselves in, you know, they're the same leeches. These leeches don't swim. They don't decide to leave the water because a new person's in there. The same leech is still gonna jump on that body, and you know what I'm saying. So he like that's what I'm saying. So they want this is why I say the illusion of inclusion is what we have, because I believe that every single person should have the right to vote for whoever they thought is fit. But I don't think that we should have some type of delegate that narrows it down to just two candidates. So now you can only vote on one or the other.
Well, would you really want a president to win only off a popular vote when you got
absolutely, if that's the people?
No, but you got states that dominate. You got states that dominate by population. So Florida, Texas, and California would be, and New York would be the only states that would be picking. So I don't want that. I don't. You know, I don't want. I think it needs to stay the way it is. And if not, I think you need to take. I think you need to take some of the electoral college from some of these bigger states.
I won't try to change it. I won't try to come in and change it. I'm not trying to change it. I'm just saying, I mean, the system is in, the system's been in place. It's not like the system, this is not a brand new system. It's been there forever. So we're used to that system. So we're used to, you know what I'm saying, accepting that system. But if there's a different way, and I don't have it, I don't have the answer. Maybe there is a different way. I don't have the answer, but all we can use is the system that's in place, and hopefully that system works best for us, even though sometimes it doesn't. So all I can say is the system's there. We know the system, but there's always new answers. There's always something else. Also, I don't have it. So I can't deviate from what we have. The system's there. And that's what we use, and that's what we have to use, you know, until something better comes in place. So that's all I can do, you know what I mean? So, but I think that there is a better way, you know what I mean? My opinions are my own, you know what I mean? So, we are certain that there are people who sitting around and go to college for years and study this. These are research groups that are out here, and they have the answer, but again, they're not. Who you taking that answer to? They're not going to release it to the public and say, "Hey, this is on the table." You know, that's not going to happen. I mean, there's a reason why these colleges get so much money as research colleges. They just not sitting around playing football. People have this thing that it's all about the sports of the college. It's not. You know, these are research universities where people spend a lot of time, you know, coming up with those new ways that you speak of. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, so we on the same page with that, Tony. You know what I mean? So we on the same page with that, brother. So you know, but Skyrocket, what you got? Because I already know we probably gonna get us canceled. We going in deep. So what you got?
hey, listen, I'm enjoying the talk, you know, because it needed to be said, and if we the one that have to say it, let it be said.
Well, You know what? Since we doing this, can I just say one thing? I'm tired of the exploitation of black people, the black vote, only when elections come around. There you go. I just wanted to say that. That's from both sides. That's from both sides of the party.
Can I pick it back on that?
Hey, when do they come to the black church? When it's time to vote.
And the bad thing about it, the pastor opened up the pulpit for him and give him 3 minutes to speak.
Yeah.
And then he speak and leave, and don't leave an offering a nut.
Oh man. Okay, that's all I wanted to say about that.
I'm gonna just piggyback on it a little bit. I'm gonna leave it alone and we can move on to something else. But I'm gonna piggyback on that a little bit because honestly, I mean, like you said, Tony, whenever they want the vote, they always gotta come back. They always got to come back to, well, we got to go to the other lands. We the other lands, and now you got to try to go sit down.
We say the white vote ain't enough.
We got to sit down at the table and find the deepest South family that we think we can find. Eat some collard greens and stuff that's probably gonna make them sick. We got a stomach for it because that's what we've been fed for years. But yeah, that's what it all comes down to on that one right there. But go ahead, Rocket Man.
She said,
I believe that was.
Thank you and move on. Okay.
So, yeah, that's it. Offer the thank yous and move on.
That's right.
Who's next?
So let's go back because we sort of got off kilt a little bit.
Hey man.
No, I think we were still on kilter because we all agreed that the bully is making the call.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
The bully is making the call of who can and who can't.
And they definitely don't want us to recognize the bully because when we find him, all us ride. Well, when we find him, it's a problem.
Yeah,
they want to still be welcome. They want to still be welcome in the areas where they can eat collard greens and chicken, watermelon. When you lose all that, then you got problems.
Then you got a problem.
Well, let's go back for a second.
Go ahead.
The men's, we talked about the men's and KD and the game he had today. The women's start their campaign for another gold medal tomorrow. They're like 53 and 0, or 52 and 0. Do y'all see anyone beating the women like the WNBA team did for the last 3 times? Or do y'all just think all the talent is here?
No, that's just clear no.
No. That's just no, because you look at women's soccer. They played today and they were just spectacular. You can look at women's water polo. They played today. They were spectacular.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Our women are allowed to do more than most country.
Yeah.
Our women are more athletic.
Yeah. That's just a hands down no on all of that. Y'all
That's how it is.
Any other country, if y'all want to try to compete with these American women, y'all got a big plate.
And I think it's an unfair comparison to compare the women's soccer team to the men's soccer team, U.S. soccer team, when the competition in the men's is so much greater. We don't. Hey, I'm surprised whenever we get out around in the World Cup or the Olympics on the men's side. Women's side, I expect us to dominate. That's the expectation when it comes to women's soccer, is that our expectations they're going to dominate.
Oh, absolutely.
History shows our women's soccer team is susceptible to getting beat.
We are. I mean, I'm not saying we're invincible. I mean,
anybody can have a great day.
You can have a great day or a bad day. But
let's look at what they've won though. I mean, there's anybody susceptible of catching that right hook and then put their lights out in the 4th round. You know what I'm saying? The 3rd round. You know what I'm saying? That one stray can catch you. But I mean, if you've already prepared for the fight, if you've already prepared, you're already in there, and you know to look for a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You try to look for that stray, but every now and then you catch with a stray. So I mean, it's just how it is, you know.
Yeah.
That's just how that is. Anybody can catch that. But you know what though? I'm gonna tell you this though. I mean, I was watching the archery though, because like I said, I got the Peacock. I had to get the Peacock. Bought the Peacock just so I could watch, you know what I'm saying, scramble the events, watch the events that I wanted to watch anyway, especially this weekend anyway, because I didn't want to go outside and do the yard work, so I had an excuse.
Amen to that.
So you was running away from yard work.
I ran the hell away from the yard work. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
So you was watching the Olympics and you told E that you was doing research for the night.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
yeah, I gotta,
okay.
You know, I gotta be on this cast. I gotta know what I'm talking about sometimes.
Right.
It worked. It worked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay.
It worked.
Well,
It worked.
let's look at.
But I was looking at, but like I said, I was looking at the because I didn't even know this the archery, because I, you know, not everybody could look at the archery or whatnot. Not everybody could look at the archery, but I was looking at the archery, you know, because if the USA ain't in the events or France ain't in the events or whatnot, they don't have a tendency to you know, put those on TV. You know? But I was watching the archery, you know, the archery event, and you know, it came down to Korea, South Korea, and China. And South Korea, honestly, it'll be 10 Olympic Games, I think, that they've won the gold medal.
Wow,
so
that's amazing.
So like every year, those are the ones to go after. And it was a great shoot off. You know what I'm saying? I was on the edge of my seat once I learned the little history behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, damn. All right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah.
You got to know too that the media don't cover those non-major sports.
Yeah,
and
that's why you got the other networks that are covering those. You know, that's why NBC had broke it down, where you could see almost every event now.
Yeah, they put it. Yeah, little bits here. Yeah.
It's not like back in the day when we were just locked in to track and field and swimming.
That was it too.
Swimming, basketball, baseball, softball.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And,
Volleyball.
Beach volleyball.
Yep.
Our women do great in volleyball.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but our men's team suck.
Hey, again,
competition is different, bro.
Again, our women. They do more. Our women do more. Our women do more. I'm sorry. They're allowed to do more also.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
But I'm still looking at the events. I'm happy about the events, and honestly, I want to see breakdancing, man. I can't wait till.
Is that in the competition this year?
That's crazy. Breakdancing is in there. I don't even know how you qualify to be a breakdancer.
The breakdown is 16 men, 16 women. They will battle in solo battles to get to the number 1, number 2, and number 3 person. So it's like me against Barrett, and then Barrett will go against you, and it's like a round robin of the 16, and then the round robin is the beginning, and that sets the format.
Hey, if they ain't got no old school rappers in there judging the breaking, I don't know how you gonna judge that.
Yeah, how you judge that? Yeah,
how you judge that without Grandmaster Flash being on the panel, or with Run DMC being up in there?
Hey, now hold on, is Turbo and Ozone might be judges?
Now you got it. Now you got it. Turbo and Ozone. Up in there.
I think.
Hold on, you got to put Ice-T in there too, though. You got. It's Snoop.
Man.
Oh yeah, Snoop is there.
Well, Snoop already over there, but breakdancer was dead when Snoop started rapping. So.
Snoop sea-walking. He ain't.
Yeah.
Snoop sea-walking. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Now they have a sea-walking contest.
He'll judge that.
Hey, but you know what though? you gotta have, if you gonna have the breakdancing contest, you definitely gotta have somebody from Japan, China, USA.
Yeah, the
and
big,
let's
the
see.
big eight.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because like they got some pretty good dancers. I ain't gonna lie, man. Some of these little Japanese and Chinese dudes come out there, they be, you know, they catch
Oh
it.
man, UK got some good dancers too now. Yeah.
Oh, UK got some pretty, yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
true too. Yeah, so you gotta have
yeah.
France in there too. You know, so
Yeah, man.
so I mean, I want to see what the judges look like. How many judges you got? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you'll know if you stand a chance.
Yeah.
Now, if Bob from accounting is judging us, we're not going to win.
Like, oh, hell, who got this guy? You know? My mama said,
You win.
mama said I could be on the committee.
Let's talk about this.
What you got?
NCAA football. The new game. Some of these players on this, and I'm currently playing right now. I'm getting my practice in for the night. Some of these players.
Hold on. No, hold on. Stop before you go into NCAA. Let's talk about your boys. What's going on with CeeDee Lamb, player?
CeeDee Lamb.
What happened? What happened?
Is CeeDee Lamb still a no-show at camp?
He won his money.
He won his money.
That's what I'm saying.
It's time. It's time.
They got the quarterback holdout. They got the receiver holdout. But what's going on with those CeeDee Lamb?
He should.
Like,
Dak Prescott should hold out too.
Jerry Jones, what are they talking about? We all in.
Yeah.
Like, we all
Dak is there. Dak is there.
We all in. Yeah.
Dak is there.
But you still looking at. But why CeeDee Lamb still? Why CeeDee Lamb ain't got paid yet?
Is this Dak's last year contract?
I would say yes. Yes,
I wouldn't play. If I was him, I wouldn't play.
Yes, it is.
I wouldn't play.
Yes, it is.
They're gonna pay.
If I was him, I wouldn't play.
They're gonna pay CD. They're gonna pay CD.
Well, if they were gonna pay him, why he's not there?
They're just putting the final.
Because all these other Love done got his contract. Tua done got his contract with Miami. So all the quarterback holdouts is over.
Different market.
All the quarterback holdouts is over. Now you looking at. Now you still just looking at what's going on in these camps. What's CeeDee Lamb gonna do? He ain't showing up.
Did the wide receiver from San Francisco?
Who that? Who that?
The one who was wanted to leave. What's his name? God, man, I'm sorry.
Hold on. Now hold on. I'm trying to look it up for you. Don't
What's his name?
Let's see it. Let me check him out. So he wanted to leave. He wanted to leave. Brock.
You know, his girlfriend got on thing talking about this going to be our last year in San Francisco. What was his name?
Yeah.
Oh, Samuel.
Huh?
Debo Samuel?
No, not Debo.
Debo Samuel?
No. What's the other wide receiver? Number one wide receiver for them?
Brandon Ayuk.
Ayuk, yeah.
Brandon Ayuk.
Did they finally let him go?
Listen,
I don't know.
I think they should let him go.
No, you can't.
We need to stop this.
You can't. You got to pay him. You got to pay him.
Stop this. We need to stop this with these women not knowing they play and calling a press conference to talk on their husband.
I don't think I would say. Hold on, Clyde. Hold on. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it like that. Don't say it like that. I understand what you don't talk about putting a woman in their place. Please rephrase that. Yeah, don't say it like that, bro. That sounds chauvinistic. So I don't. Hey, it's enough. I don't want to be labeled.
So let me redirect it then.
That's how I told her we already labeled. They're gonna cancel us anyway, talking all that controversy. You got us canceled, getting on our podcast, get us canceled. Thank you, sir.
Hey, you know, I got a field behind the house. I hope they're not scoping me right now.
I'm going to refrain what I said, and I'm going to fix it.
All
Go
right.
ahead, refix
We
it.
need to put our foot down and tell these women
No,
stay in
not
our
no.
Listen, the simple fact is, you
No.
are not on the field. You are not putting on no uniform. Listen,
No.
if I come home stressed out, I, as a man, need to know how to separate home from work. And if he can't separate home from work, pillow talk is pillow talk. But what we talk about shouldn't be.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what you gotta do.
Hey, can we move on? Let's talk about them Cowboys again.
You gotta tell them to go on to the Real Housewives. Y'all vent that over there on Real Housewives.
Yeah, vent that on that side, not this side.
Yeah. You don't call no press conference and say, "Well, this is going to be our last year." Our last year, woman, you ain't even did nothing. I got all these bumps and bruises. What you did?
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Hey, but back to CeeDee Lamb, he should hold out. He's been a terrific wide receiver. He's been a terrific and awesome wide receiver for Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, and he definitely, you never know. The Seattle, I learned a lesson a long time ago, a few years ago. Seattle safety, one of their number one safeties. What was his name?
There you go, boy. The show is on there. Boy.
He sat there and played in his last year contract and broke his leg like in the 14th game, bro. And that was his last year contract. You should not play if you on your last year of your contract, you should not be playing. Because in football, you never know what could happen.
Yeah, that's true. I'm with you.
You never know.
I got my conscience in here now.
Oh, there you go. Everything football. It's showtime.
Everything football.
Look out.
Introduce yourself real quick.
I agree.
Especially off a Florida trip, man. Good to see you, brother.
Hey, appreciate it. Hey, I agree with half of what he just said. And I'm gonna just be brief because I got to go eat. I agree with half what you said in Dak Prescott's case, because Dak has a cushion.
Yeah.
Dak has made a big contract. Dak has a cushion. Now, if you are a player looking for your first big contract, no, don't play in your final season if they're not going to extend you. If you don't have your extension. But with Dak having a cushion, Dak, you got to look at what Dak weighing in. If Dak he don't have to have a way better season than he had last year. If it's just slightly better, they win a playoff game. Now he got all these clauses. He got these clauses to where you can't franchise me. No way, no how.
Good.
How much would them getting $55 million a year now Dak Prescott worth? So for him, it's a good thing to play on his last year because he got a bunch of money he can fall back on. But for players that don't play. No, I don't suggest nobody. If you started looking for your big contract, no, don't do that. No.
If you're looking at it, this would be Dak's last year anyway. And he worth $55 million anywhere else on any other team.
No, he worked. Tell you the truth, it's a lot of teams that'll pay Dak way more than.
That's right.
Way more. Dak is looking. If he hits the free agent market, Dak may hit 60, anywhere between 60 65 million a season.
If Dak had been on his last year and Chicago had a chance to get Dak Prescott, you think they would have picked their boy from USC? They'd have went after Dak Prescott. Because I would have took Dak over Caleb any day.
The only thing about that is, would Dak re-sign with him? You understand what I'm saying? Because Dak is looking now. If you look at where Dak's sitting, Dak got money. He got money. He's looking for a championship because of all the naysayers now. So even if Dak do become a free agent, he's gonna go to a team that he feels has the weapons that he can win with.
Yeah, but Clyde, let's hurt Clyde's feelings or any Cowboy feelings. Let's just be honest. Cowboys won't be winning the championship as long as Jerry Jones is, still owner of that team. It's just
Hey,
not gonna happen.
hey.
It's not gonna
because
happen.
he won't let coaches coach. That's his
Thank
problem.
you. That's the
Well,
truth.
hold on.
won't
That's the
let
What do
coaches
truth.
you
coach.
think about Lamb though? What do you think about CD Lamb holdout? Show.
CeeDee Lamb holdout is a good holdout because
Good
CD
holdout.
don't have that money to fall back on like a Dak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Parsons, if I'm Parsons, I'm not playing on the final year unless they give me, did they pick up his 5th year option? Some teams don't, because prime example down here in Atlanta. Atlanta didn't pick up a few years ago 5th year option, because they saw the writing on the wall that he ain't gonna hit on that. And which he didn't. He's not even with the team no more. So the thing about it, if they don't value you enough to pick up your 5th year option, which maybe they did on CeeDee Lamb, I ain't no Cowboy fan. Did they do that, Skyrocket?
No, not yet.
Okay, what is y'all waiting on to pick up my 5th year option? If you value me as a player,
They trying to come up with a contract now.
okay, but if they don't, you ain't picked up my 5th year, because the 5th year option for a first round pick is a big pay bump.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. It is. So
there you go, right there. At least give me my 5th year option. That gives me a big pay bump, and now we still negotiating in good faith. But you ain't even picked up my option yet.
So breaking news: Sam Williams suffered ACL, MCL, and he's out for the Cowboys for 2024. That's breaking news.
He won't be missed. He won't be greatly missed.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, that's fillable. Fillable position.
I'm looking at news. All right, so.
Well, I was just checking in. I was just checking in with you guys. I got to go eat. I got to go unpack. I got to go get me a drink because I'm tired. It's a long way back from Florida.
Hold on, man. You say you got to go get you a drink because you tired.
Yeah, got to go get me a drink.
What part of Florida you in?
No. I was in Orlando.
Did he put his
Florida vacation? But I'm in. I live up in Athens.
Yeah,
Yeah. And you see it.
Hey, that's new right there.
That's new right there. That's new right there.
That ain't your regular.
And this what I go to drink out of.
You know what I'm talking about? That ain't your regular apparel.
He put it on right now.
He done went to Orlando and got brand new.
I swung through Tallahassee and got that and picked that stuff up. I went to the university, checked out the construction. I had to go check out the structure. I donated $3 on the new stadium. I had to go see where my $3 goes.
Hey, what my cup of concrete look like?
I donated $3 on the new stadium. Yeah.
I want to see what my concrete look like.
Yeah, I want to go see where my $3. Make sure they ain't bullshitting with my $3.
Hey, but let me ask you one question before you leave, though, Show. One last question before you leave. All right, with Tua signing with Miami, what you think?
Bad. I mean, he got the talent. But Tua with them concussions, that kind of scared me. That would scare me, because he one big hit away from being basically done. But look at all that guaranteed money you gave him.
Yeah. He got a big guarantee contract.
I mean, the talent is there. Don't get me wrong. The talent there. If Tua didn't have that concussion history, I would say go for it because you got the talent around him to, all you got to do is kind of show up your defense. The offense is high powered. They just need to work on their defense. Same thing with Dallas. That's Dallas. Everybody blames Dak Prescott. Dallas' problem, besides Michael Parsons and old boy Diggs. Now Diggs is a hit and miss because he take a lot of risks, but he was out last year. Without that man on the back end and Parsons up front, Dallas defense looked like garbage. That it ain't Dak, it's the defense.
Defense looked bad.
Dak didn't let Green Bay score all them points in the playoff. CeeDee Lamb ain't let Green Bay score all them.
That's right.
In the playoff.
That's
It's
right.
the defense.
The
But
defense
everybody want to
allowed that.
blame Dak.
That's right.
Everybody want to blame Dak. Blame
That's
the
right.
defense.
That's right.
true. That's true.
That's right.
That's true. I
Yeah.
didn't
That's
mean to
right.
stir you up like that. Let's stir you up.
I really, and I'm not a Cowboy fan, but
hornet's nest.
yeah, I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I really am sick of all the Dak did this, Dak not that. Dak is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, he
In
is.
the NFL, elite.
He is, but
You can't.
and then
you can't take
and I
nothing
don't care what nobody say. After what's called got his money, he started running south. Ezekiel Elliott started running south after he got that.
Oh man,
Yeah. That's true. That's the truth.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the truth. When they wrote him that check, and
he said, "Okay, I'm good." And now you're gonna go.
What did he do? Didn't he go in the gym and like put on some weight, or at the same time?
He went in a buffet and put on some weight.
No, he had looked good now, but he was running south.
He look real good now.
Hey, but
Hey, oh, there we go. There go the Cowboy fan right there. Oh, Zeke is gonna do it this year.
I'll holler back at y'all.
All right, man.
Good talk, man.
All right.
Yeah. He look real. I saw a video from day one.
Yeah.
And he looked real good.
Okay. How many years in is he? How many years has he been in the NFL?
Let's see. Okay, how many years ago did the hit happen?
No, how many years has he been in the NFL?
That's how I got to figure
About
it out.
5 years?
Nah,
Zeke Elliott been in.
About 5, right?
Nah, it's about longer than that.
2013.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, he's done.
Yeah.
He done.
Yeah.
He came to the NFL 2013?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. He was at Ohio State from 2013 to 2015. Yeah, he was at Ohio State. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's still 9 years.
He done. He done. He's not the exception. He's not a Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is the exception to the rule. He's done. I think really and truthfully, Baltimore, we talk about the NFL season, the team I'm really looking at, and Baltimore is that team I really am interested in seeing what they're going to do. Because they keep stacking. I mean, they did lose, they lost a wide receiver, didn't they? But they still stacking.
I can say Derrick Henry is the exception because he got good steroids. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Well, I tell you, see there? Now you want to get scoped. Somebody gonna call of duty your ass. What happened to Clyde? COD. Somebody got him.
Hey, and then I can put a Band-Aid on my ear and name it Bob too.
Yeah, name it Bob. They almost got him.
They almost got him. I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad that didn't happen though. It's tragic that somebody did lose their life, but it would have been worse for America if he had lost his life.
Tony, I say this right here. Like I said, and I'm gonna keep this up. I'm gonna say it forever. Like I said, the world's a stage, and everybody got to play their part. Outkast said it better than anybody else.
Oh yeah.
Because on either side of the stage, it's all a big show, and we all gotta we a part of a play that we don't even want to be a part of.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
In there, and that's what it is. So, no matter what decision we try to move on, the only true decision is when all of us, like honestly, make a real decision. Nobody else can tell us any different that this is our decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's no real decision. There's no real facts except the facts that we know for us that's true. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I don't give into a lot of that. I think they call it a two-party system. I think it's just a one-party system, when it comes to that. But everything else surrounding it is just nothing more than who has more drama or what's the better stage presentation for the people. Because either way, we're the ones that get fucked in the end anyway. Or we send our children to war. We send our children to war. We send our you know what I'm saying, killing for whatever reason, because of a reason we really don't know.
Mhm.
So, you know, that's the whole thing about it. You know what I'm saying? It's written. It's coming down to that. You know what's written. It's all there. If the prophecy is going to be fulfilled in some way or another, it's definitely being fulfilled in some way or another. You know what I'm saying? It might
Oh,
not be verbatim or so. I mean, it is. You know, that's kind of what I look at it as, man. All this is theater. Everything's division. You know, when it comes down to that. You know. But they give us sports and we love it. You know
Yeah, they keep us occupied. They give us sports and video games and women.
yeah, you know what I mean? So,
hey, new cars.
they pacify us with other things, man.
Yeah.
Reaching our higher selves, man.
EVs. They give us EVs.
Oh, yeah,
Jordans.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Jordans.
It's some great cereal, you know.
Yeah.
You know, so
they keep us occupied, I tell you that.
they do, man. You don't know which way to go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then if people are arguing,
well, I think I think, but see, I think, you know, looking at, you know, I feel bad for our young people.
bro.
I was telling somebody the other day, a friend of mine's, and he's politically, he's in turmoil with the whole Trump situation, and he got a lot of hate in himself, and he doesn't see it. But I tell him what the problem is that the American dream is out of reach for the young people today.
Oh yeah.
There's no way, you know, you go to college, you're going to be settled with a debt you can't pay. And so you can't attain the house that you need. The job requirements to get hired by a company to make the six figures is so great, and you have to put in so many years. You'll be insane. I see why so many people are turning to drugs and alcoholism and illegal activities. You almost have to keep them try to make it day to day. Food is man. We go to the grocery store. Food is ridiculous, man.
The bad thing, Tony, is the person that's turning up you got the pot, we the frogs, and the person that's turning up the temperature slowly to boil our ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Those are the ones who, you know, they,
yeah.
You know, but
it is truly now the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
but you know what's going to happen? One day we going to wake up and the have-nots going to get tired of having not.
Well, I believe that's probably a foot. I'm saying it's a foot. You know what I'm saying? That's probably a foot. Yeah. But I look at it. I'm looking at it this way right here, man. Whatever, because I'm on I like to see that, you know what I'm saying, that like even the universe corrects itself. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah,
you can only do so much. You can only do so much bad before there's, you know what I'm saying, so abundance of good. There's an abundance of bad and an abundance of good. So we live. That's why, you know, you got all the, you know, the seasons change, and with the seasons changing, you have snow, and then you have, you know, summer. You know what I'm saying? So the seasons change just like we change, and the perspective on our lives change, man. And all this right here is a part of the seasons changing all the time. You know what I mean? They change, they come in, they flow like the wind. They flow like the wind. But it's what we take out of it at the end of it, man, that's gonna put us where we need to be when it comes down to it. Human consciousness is the truth. You know what I'm saying? We can avoid it because we love sports so much. So you know what I'm saying? That takes a little bit out of us every single time.
Again, they're gonna keep dangling a carrot in front of us, and we're gonna ignore.
We're gonna keep going at it. But as long as we don't, you know what I'm saying, as long as our main focus isn't there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Outside of that, outside of the podcast, outside of us talking, you know what I'm saying? Because we have to really, in our own lives, we have to maintain ourselves and our families in our own lives. And all the nonsense that's been bombarding our family and our kids and everything else, that's the stuff we got to try to deflect. You know what I mean? Get others around us to, because we can only control what's in our field, brother. You know what I'm saying? Control what's in our field.
I think sports
on us.
Yeah, I think more people should. I think more people should do platforms like you guys have been doing for a while, and get out there and talk amongst one another. I think that
Yeah.
does need to happen. Inclusion, and we need to, because if we talk to each other, we'll find out that
We're all the same. We all feel the
yeah,
same.
that's right. That's
Same
right.
energy flowing through us. We all feel the
That's right.
same.
That's
And
right.
we'll find more in common with each other than we will differences.
That's right. That's right.
Let me ask y'all a question.
And then they'll come and put a Super Bowl in front of us.
Yeah, they would be like, "Oh damn, no, we can fight about. I can fight about that. I'd rather fight about that."
Yeah.
What you got, Rocket? What's up, man?
All right, so it's been mentioned twice on the podcast today.
Yeah.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
Yeah.
Do you think he is a bona fide, let's put it like that. Do you think he's a bona fide candidate for the presidency? Or do you think he should wait 4 more years down the line and then vote, then run?
All right. You want Tony, you want to go first? Or you want me?
I'll listen to you, Barrett.
I'm going to tell you this right here. I've already said my piece on this. When we look at these political spectrums and all this other stuff, all this stuff is nothing more. It's all they throw it at, they dangle the carrot. They throw it at us to get a response.
There you go.
It's all a response.
Yep.
So it's nothing more than, okay, well, this character is this. I already told you the way that I feel, and not everybody feels this way, and I'm cool with that. But I feel that the political system is not in place for us because it's just an illusion of inclusion. That's all it is. The political system to me is nothing more than the same thing that's been going through since the Romans had their empires and it failed. Every great empire fails. The United States is a great empire right now. Throughout history teaches us the lesson. No matter how great the council is and the people that talk to the king and approach the king and keep the king and try to tell him this, every great council, every great civilization fails, and we're right there at the precipice of this shit, if you ask me. I think that we are right there. We are subject to the same rules and regulations that this world has put into place, and we can't look outside of it. I like history just for the basic. History is basic to me, but outside of that, because we're more than what history says. Like they said, we're always doomed to repeat. We're always doomed to repeat history. So I don't worry about the candidates and all that stuff. To me, like I said, it's all political stage. I can go ahead and pick the one I think is probably going to be better. Might put a few more people through college, or might, better the world a little bit. But on the backside, it's still the same. We're still fucking the American people. We're still fucking the world anyway. So they still do the same thing. And all these leaders are. That's why they got the G7 conference. That's why they have that. That's why they have all these conferences where the most elite of the elite meet. They go there to determine the outcome of the world because they own the world, and they've done that for years. So this is nothing new. They own the world, and they've done that for years. All the key players that we think are good guys or bad guys, and not all of these people are in cahoots with them because that's where they get their paychecks. If you a billionaire right now, there's no way you didn't step on anybody to get there. There's no great billionaire that's like, well, I've been the most noble person on the planet. Hell, half your millionaires are not the most noble person on the planet.
Well,
on somebody.
Billionaires are not philanthropists. So
yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
They're not. They become philanthropists when it's time for them to croak.
That's right. That's right.
So they don't become billionaires and stay billionaires without keeping what they have and making sure they keep more coming in.
Rocket, man, why you got two streams on, man?
Because I had to move. Oh. But
But yeah, but that's all I got to say about that. Like I say, man, I'm not, like I don't feed into a lot of that stuff because it causes a lot of confusion between families and households and all that. Because you can have Democrats and Republicans. It's almost like talking about a new religion to people right now. So I don't like.
Oh, it is. It is.
I really don't like to get into it. You know what I mean? Because people get real passionate about that when we should be passionate about other things. You know what I mean? So,
well, I think if you really want to make a true impact in the political realm, we have to start with the most basic our local legislation, our local officials.
Oh yeah,
You know, your commissioners and the mayor and, people who run the police department, because that's directly affecting you. Like you said, federal government is not directly affecting us.
Right.
What's here in your state that you live in has the direct impact.
That's definitely
we worried about the president. Man, we so many steps away from the president. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's up there. Because like you say, the people who are in charge are not in charge.
They're not. They're playing roles. They're playing roles. I mean, because constitutionally, still to this day, no matter what when they say the feds get involved, constitutionally, your own government, your local government, it still holds more weight constitutionally.
That's right.
I mean, constitutionally.
Right. That's right.
In the federal government. So if we decided we were like, well, I tell you what, we don't want anybody else barbecue coming in our state.
They can lock you out.
If it ain't made in South Carolina.
That's right.
We don't want your barbecue come across the border and I'm gonna make it illegal. And then everybody votes to make that barbecue illegal.
Yeah. That's right.
And
it would become illegal.
I want y'all to lock that dude up.
I mean, like South Carolina, we still don't sell liquor on Sunday. That's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy. Again, why? Because we're not paying attention to our local government. We're talking about the federal. We're worried about what's going on at the federal level. Use my language. Fuck the federal level.
Yes.
Let's talk about here.
Our local levels.
Let's talk about our state. Let's talk about the people that are in our state house representing us.
That's true democracy. That's local level.
That's democracy because we can have a direct impact on our lives. Yep. Our gas prices don't have to be high as it is.
Nope.
It doesn't have to be high as it is because if we put the right people in power, we can control the gas. We can control the price of gas.
Because I'll run on that standpoint. Look, y'all would not bring any of that out of town barbecue in here.
That's right.
I tell that to my people. And everybody's like, you know what? They ain't none of this crazy, strange barbecue coming in here. So it's all right here. You know what I'm saying?
The question was asked. What you say?
What?
The question was asked, how can we get the right people in the office?
How?
Again, well, I would tell you this is what I would do. I think, Christmas, everything shuts down during Christmas, right?
Yeah.
I'd say when it's time for elections, everything should shut down. That should be your duty. Everybody you should cut off all sales of anything except for gas and food. And that should be a day where you basically got the entire day, everybody go vote. Every election. Nobody goes to work during election time. Everybody goes vote. And you would get more people to participate in voting.
No, you still have those people that still home.
No, of course, Clyde, you're gonna have that. But a lot of people sometimes they because of their work schedule, they tend not to go vote.
Is it now? We've been told this for a bunch of years. Is it our right or is it our privilege to go vote?
It is our right.
I put in gas $2.99 a gallon here, and YouTube rejected my what?
What do you say?
Nah, I tried to put in the comment, but YouTube rejected the comment.
Why?
Hold on. Let's see if they go up there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I just put it's $2.99 a gallon. Felicia was asking, so
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, it just went $2.99 here also.
Yeah, we finally got down to $2.99.
Yeah, because it's election time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
By time November come around, well, right after, I'll tell you,
It'd be $1.89.
right after Memorial Day, what's coming up? Labor Day?
Yeah,
Labor Day coming, right?
August.
Right after the holiday, when travel stops, gas gonna drop down to $2.39, and everybody's gonna say, "Oh, the Biden administration is doing so much."
Yeah.
Hey, dangle another carrot in front of us.
That's it. And I'm like, oh yeah, gas is cheaper. No, man.
Yeah, no, man, I ain't falling for that shit.
They all got us. I tell you, they got us on the screen. They got us fighting, man. They got us fighting.
Oh yeah.
Because I tell you what, man, ain't no more hardcore left leaning or whatever, right leaning or what. My parents they've been a part of the party for a long time. And
Yeah.
they are so strong in that.
Hey, let me stop.
Well, strong in which party?
Oh, with the Democratic Party. But I tell them, I'm like, Pop, you know I don't talk about that. I got to talk about it, but I got to talk about it.
I really don't want to be a part of either party because both of them have been hijacked.
Yeah, I'm not.
Both sides have been hijacked by special interest groups.
And then people want to draw you in. They want to just draw you in, and then Jim Crow laws, and I'm like, oh, stop.
Hold on, y'all. I got to stop Felicia. I got to stop Felicia. She said gas is $2.99 at her job at Sam's Club.
$2.95.
Not everybody can afford to shop at Sam's Club, let alone the membership. Listen, Sam's
Club is cheaper than $2.99, bro. If it's $2.99 at the grocery store, it's probably $2.79 at Sam's.
But listen, not everybody can afford a Sam's Club card, and while people are watching the prices of the groceries, Sam's Club been boosting up their membership fees.
Yeah, but Sam's Club have alternate ways that you can get membership. So not everybody, some you got some employers who actually provide club memberships for free.
Well, my employer don't.
Well, you're self-employed, so.
My employer don't.
Hey, and I run it, and I'm an electrical contractor, and I offer none of my people. I don't give anybody.
So
hey, I had one of my employees is trying to buy a house, and they were asking, why was his rate so low? I say I don't give paid time off, so they don't come to work.
Ain't no PTO up.
Ain't no PTO on a one-way electrical.
You're here, you get paid. You're not here.
Hell, the only thing I can afford to offer is workers' comp, and that's because I have to.
Yeah. That's the best you get.
That's the best you get.
Don't get hurt. I'm trying to delay that claim as long as
I ain't lying.
It's gonna be some negligence in that claim.
Oh man,
Tony.
Yeah.
Mama got a question for you. Go ahead, Mama. He can hear you.
You said that you or other folks.
I say again.
Polly, what you say?
What'd you say, Mom?
Uh-oh. Rocket done lost his internet.
He moving around in the house.
Yeah, he done lost his internet.
Look at this. Spectrum done let them down.
It sound like Pauline was about to go in on you, Tony. She
That's
about to
why
let
don't
you have
hurt your mama. I can answer her.
it. Let you have it, man.
I can answer her question. Shoot.
Look
Yeah.
at me. Rocket got two. Hold on, let me remove one of those. All right,
Yeah, that's probably what his issue is.
he got too many. I don't know. Let's take it. Yeah, where they at? He's out of there. He's out. I'll give him a little minute because before we sign off. But Tony, man, oh, there you go. There you go.
What happened?
I don't know. Your phone,
Hey,
your internet.
mama's about to yell at
Your mama started yelling at me and it cut off.
No, she wasn't yelling.
Yelling at her.
It sounded like I was about to catch a 3rd-degree beat down. Just
No. She just wanted to know what you voting.
what am I voting?
I tell her, and we have this argument all the time.
Oh, so I'm
I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I'm going to do the job.
I'm not either party, but I am forced to vote one party because I want the best representation. It's not that the person I vote for is going to do anything for me, because it's not. Neither one is going to do anything for me.
They gotta carry on what's been put before them. And that your time up before you can get whatever you want to do. See what I'm saying? People coming down, but what they gonna do? They ain't gonna do nothing but take on what the agenda is at hand. Right.
But the agenda is not the true agenda that the people need.
I'm voting independent, Pauline.
Huh?
I'm voting independent.
Well, when you vote independent, you mess up.
When I vote, I've been voting a long time, Mama. And
Democrat.
huh?
You taking votes away from people who who will do a good job. That's just a misvote right there. Independent.
I don't.
What if I just vote for myself? I can write my name in.
Well, that's still
I vote for myself.
It won't do no good.
It does. It does.
I can't do nothing, y'all.
Hey, I got a letter from the Department of Revenue about corporate tax, and I was like, I'm a small business, so how am I paying? I don't need to worry about corporate tax, so I'm gonna have to vote for my interest. Hey, Barry, I don't want to pay corporate tax.
Yeah.
If you black, you gotta worry about it.
Say again, Mama.
I said, if you black, you gotta worry about it.
Okay, Mama, that's true, but I'm gonna say this right here, and I know this gonna hurt to say. It has not done anything for me. Nothing. It has not done anything for me. Voting for the same party since I've started voting has not benefited me or my family. I have done this on my own.
What kind of benefit you want from the people you vote for?
The benefit I want is I want equality for all. I want not just for some. I want equality for all.
So you can rewrite the law. That's the only way you get it.
The law does need to be rewritten. Nobody's going to stand up and do it.
But I'm gonna tell you one thing. No, because they don't want you to get ahead.
The only time they care about the only time either group care about our vote, especially the black vote, is when it's time to elect a president.
That's it.
That's the only time they care. And I think I'm one of the people who will tell you
think about them senators and representatives.
That's what we said earlier. That's what we need to concentrate on, our local government. And I really don't care. You know what? I really wouldn't care if we didn't vote for the president and we let our local elected officials put the president in place. That's what we should do.
I kind of like that.
I like that. That's how it should be.
I kind of like that.
Then I won't have to worry about who's the president because
Tony,
what?
Because
I can't say that 'cause we got a man up there now named Tim Scott. Oh, did I say his name out loud? I didn't mean to say his name. But that said, slavery did not exist in the South. He don't know what y'all talking about.
Slavery did not exist in the South.
That's not what he said, Demon. That you're doing worse than what the media does. That's not exactly what he said.
If the media can get away with it, we are the media.
No, I'm not part of that. That's not exactly what he said.
We ain't that media.
Say something.
We the truth.
No, that's we need to go bring that up and listen to the entire conversation.
These are things right here. Why we should have this channel is because we should be able to talk about this type of stuff right here. You know what I'm saying? The media will say one thing, and then we'll have, we can say one other thing, but this is why this should be an open type forum like that. Because I mean, the truth isn't just one-sided. It's always two sides. So we can't.
That's right.
We can't just rely on what they say, and then that's just what it is, or what the status quo has been forever. The status quo has been forever, and look where we are. So, I guess when they punched out on us.
I understand. Pauline is from the old school, and she is, and that's her generation of people. Hey, I'm gonna always vote Democrat because I'm black, and I'm just, and my wife, my mom, my sister-in-law. Oh man, I'm surrounded by people who are not, who are close to who they should be voting for, and and I asked that question: what has it gotten us? What has it gotten us?
Right.
Voting. We're still fighting for equal rights in voting.
Oh yeah, we're still
struggling with that.
But according to the law, we're still only 1/16 of a person anyway, and that's been, you know what I'm saying?
And it hasn't been changed,
It hasn't been changed, and that's not a law that anybody ever, not one person has even run on that. Well, if you black, you only 1/16 of a person according to the law. You know what I'm saying? But nobody ever ran on that. Who runs on that? Nobody.
That's right.
But we run on all the other stupid stuff, infrastructure, and then we got to worry about reproductive rights. They done named that so many different different avenues, and I mean it's all the same stuff. And then every time anybody in your regular, in your your district, they always run on the same thing. Well, we want to make sure that our infrastructure is good, or it's all the same baloney that we've been looking at forever. We should have had high-speed rails, and we should have had the best of the best. Our economy should be the best. We should have the most. Do
you think CSX and Amtrak, who's owned by the federal government, do you think they're going to sit there and lose money?
No, not at all.
No, the big Norfolk Southern CSX and the American government, they don't want the high-speed rail system.
No, they don't. No,
because
every other country has it.
Every country has it, and they've been having it for years.
Yep.
They don't want it. There's something there that's not going. They're going to lose. They don't want to lose money before they start making money, and they decided we're not going to have it. They've made that decision for us.
That's exactly what they want. But
but
you know what though, and this will probably surely get us canceled. But I'm gonna end with this right here. Rocket is probably gonna give us canceled, but
no, it ain't.
All right. I'm looking at there's a book that I read a long time ago. It's probably I got hip to it maybe 14 years ago, something like that. But it's called what is it? The Chronicles of the Learned Elders of Zion. And I would encourage anybody that wants to know some real truth, or at least get an objective perspective on something else, to read that book. Just because I picked up the book because I was watching a video. And some dude in the back of the video ran up and said, "If you want to run another truth, man, read this book right here." And I had to rewind the video to find out what he said. When I picked up the book, I actually read the book. I sent it to my mama. Didn't get good. It didn't get good.
Feedback. Good review for her.
I think that's where that kind of, knocked me off, put me on a conspiracy level type thing. But the things in the book were factual. But it's called The Chronicles of the Learned Elders of Zion. And everything that's in that book are kind of like what we're facing right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, the timeline, but it's not one of those, like, honestly, it's one of those books it's gonna upset a lot of people. We don't have a lot of people watching, but I mean, if y'all watch the playback or whatever, but it's gonna upset a lot of people because it's gonna go outside of your narrative, way outside of your narrative. But I think that's healthy, because I think people need to really think about it, look at it, analyze it, and then come up with your own idea, because just the regular status quo is not giving us real information. And all the information in libraries and old school books and stuff like that are not available to us. So it's just one of those things, but that's it right there. And I'm gonna say it one more time. It's called The Chronicles of the Learned Elders of Zion. So, and that's gonna put you
of the Learned Elders
of Zion. I'm telling you right there, that's a book we want to hide like the Bible in the Crusader days almost. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to.
Well, I just want to thank Felicia for telling me about Groupon. I just went on Groupon and I saved some money on my Sam's membership. Thank you, Felicia.
But I believe it at that, man. Now you go ahead and start the closing arguments, man, and the closing arguments
I mean, it has a lot has been said. Yeah. And on this podcast, this is what we do. We speak our mind. It's no filters. We do not sit in judgment of each other, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. If you'd like to come on the show and have your opinion heard, you are more than welcome to come on, because this is an open podcast. This is like barbershop talk. And we talk about more than just sports on here. We talk about everyday life. Like we talked about the Olympics. We talk about the narrative of Russia and what the other
Belarus.
Was? Belarus not being allowed in the Olympics. We talked about a lot of stuff today on the show. And to sum it all up, I think this was a good show. We're not going to get banned because why? We're telling the truth. And that's what we're here for, to tell the truth. We don't have any hidden agendas. We do not endorse one person over the other. We're just here to voice our opinions and have our opinions heard. Now, with that being said, we would like to close out because we're almost at the 2-hour mark. So we're going to start with our guests. Closing remarks, Tony, what you got to say?
Well, I think I really enjoyed joining you guys tonight, and I hope to, grow the podcast. And because I think real men, real people need to have these discussions and again, respect each other's opinions. And when we kept everything that we've said, we kept in the line of truth and not conspiracy. And that's what I really enjoy talking about with real people. No matter what our party affiliation or religion is, it's just keeping it real. And I do enjoy that. And I hope to be more involved, and I hope to help grow this channel. And because we need to come together as a people. We need to hear each other. That's what it's here for. And I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for letting me in.
No doubt.
All right.
Sadiq, Sadiq, we have one here. Before I leave, I'd like to give a shout out To my cousin Melissa Jefferson, that native from our hometown, Georgetown, who's competing in the Olympics in track and field. Let's get it, Melissa. Right on, right on, right on. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. I hope
right,
she does well.
Si, what you got to say, Bo?
You know, Tony said a lot of it, man. Tony, man, it was good to see you again, brother. Saw you
Always.
last time, you know, when I was down there in Carolina, brother. Sorry we couldn't hook up, you know.
Yeah.
But I'll be back. You know, I'm coming down there again, man, you know, sooner than later, bro.
All right, come on.
It was great having this discussion with you, man, because I mean, we kind of like-minded when it comes to a lot of stuff, man. So I had a great time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just getting it in there. We put a lot of information in there tonight. It was a lot of information. Hopefully everybody can dissect it, you know, in little pieces if you can. You know, but this podcast will continue. I mean, until they get us off of there, because we're gonna start leaning towards that truth. It's all barbershop talk. You know, so anybody can get in, and we want everybody to have a great time. Just get in and, you know, tell your friend to tell a friend, man, and we can get in, because the more people we talk about it, the more different points of views that we can get, and then we can discuss it from there. So it's been a great podcast tonight, and you know, hopefully everybody have a great night. You know.
All right.
Well,
all right, gentlemen.
With that being said, I would like to thank both of y'all for coming in, giving up that valuable time away from y'all families to come in and believing in what we are doing here. Just one quick thing, fellas, keep your women in check. Don't let them call.
Oh my God!
Don't out here doing no interview about you leaving a team.
Hey, Rocket. I'm about to go put mine in the headlock right now, just because.
I'm about to go and give mine a kiss and tell her I love her right now.
Listen, if you're in the Columbia area,
because you know mine ain't the one who tolerating that.
That is not the one tolerating.
But I got to say this.
We'll
you got to know what you're dealing with. If you got a woman that is quick to shoot, don't do that.
Know your women.
Know your role. You need to know your role and know your partner. Because, hey, you can't say, somebody got to live to tell a story, and I don't be the one telling the story. Hey, you know, I'm on the side of right. I'm like, he should have never said nothing to her. You know, but we'd like to invite everybody back.
God, you sell out.
Next week's subject is going to be the evolution of the church, how churches have become a religion. The keynote speaker for our talk will be the one and only Show. He will be talking on his half, and then we'll come in and
getting ready to this another podcast is about to go off the rails. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
We start at 7:30, exactly at 7:30. So
no, because I'll be like 3-4 minutes late sometimes.
Well, we're gonna start that.
Hey, y'all remember how TNT used to have those crazy off times when they shows would start? It would be like 7:35, 8:05, not 8 o'clock.
You just said 5 minutes.
Yeah,
but they did. That was good. That was good marketing on it, because they gave you 5 minutes to go watch your show. Then you come and watch your show.
Yeah.
So you get the first half of your show. You get the first 5 minutes of your show. Then you come and watch them.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we'd like to thank y'all. Remember, according to Felicia, you can go on Groupon and save on your Sam Club membership. I just did it.
Hey, so I know we at the end. Y'all heard that Costco is now accepting EBT?
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know who's coming next, right?
Who?
The Chef Store. The Chef Store will be taking EBT.
Yo,
no, I don't think so.
Hey man, my sister-in-law be like Quita be like, we going to the Chef Store? If they accept the EBT, you know how many briskets I'm gonna get, dog.
Oh man, what?
You know how
Hey,
many
because you know they have those briskets like under $4 a pound sometimes.
Oh man, I picked up
Yeah.
a brisket that was a little over 12 pounds, man.
Yeah.
$53.
Oh man, nice.
Shadid just asked a question. He said, "Hey, great show tonight. Awesome topic and viewpoint. Have you ever had a topic or issue surrounding our youth today on what we can do to save them?" No, we have not had
Definitely
that.
one we can put in.
We
Definitely
was
one. You need to write back and tell them thank you. That is a topic that I feel strong about because as I said earlier, I feel bad for the young people in their attempt, their road to the American dream. I really do.
I just said so. We're gonna put that on the schedule for in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It don't necessarily have to be 2 weeks. This could be incorporated as it comes. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So
So if we talk about it, then
Yeah, and I think we should try to get young people on here to hear them. To hear them.
Hold on, let me ask you a
I would
question,
love
brother.
to hear them.
Let me ask you a question, brother.
Yeah.
Are you a part of this podcast now, dog? You
I would love to be. I really would love to be.
Yes.
I want to help it grow. Because
Yes.
like I say, I'm not surrounded by the best people.
You with the team, man.
That's 5.
Yeah.
That's 5.
We got 5. You with
We
the
got
team, brother.
5.
Yeah.
We got 5.
There, so
We got 5. But
we
listen,
can get up to 10 people on stage, brother. You
Yeah.
Hey,
man,
no,
so
we can do more than that. We can do
always
20
check the link. Oh, we can do 20
But
now.
listen.
Oh, we get
But,
some people looking.
What I was gonna say, backstory. When he brought that up, that brought back the remember earlier late last year, me and you was talking about having a boys' weekend.
Yes, I still want to do that. Yeah.
That will go good with our boys' weekend. So Tony, to fill you in, we were talking about having a boys' mentoring weekend, and I was gonna reach out to some of the pro players from this area that I know, and see about we will have a lock-in a Friday night or whatever, a game night, whatever.
Yeah,
And
Friday
Saturday,
we're gonna have the seminars. You got Friday night. We're gonna do like the seminars, Friday night seminars, but we have games and whatnot. But the Saturday we wanted to do like a baseball, baseball, softball game. So just in it, we hadn't got the whole thing down, but we kind of want to get the youth involved. And one day like that, especially that Friday night, we want to have 5-6 hours of just people talking.
It'll be lock-in time.
Yeah,
So
lock-in time.
Lock them in.
We're gonna cook. We're gonna grill, play horseshoes, and stuff like that. So we kind of want to get the youth involved.
So that goes directly in line with what he said, and I think that is something that the youth need today, especially our boys.
You'd be surprised. Like I actually met a young man last week, 20 years old. He came to an interview. He wants to learn electricity. And he came to the interview and he was dirty and he felt bad. And he was like, "Man, I'm so sorry I'm dirty." And he's like, I don't want to shake your hand because I got, caked up mud on. I said, "Bro, you just don't know how impressed I am." I was impressed. How many young people you see coming from laying bricks? How many young guys y'all know who out here trying to lay bricks? I said, "Man, I want this kid. I want him." I shook his hand and embraced him because I was like, I'm impressed already.
I already know, Tony.
Yeah, man, I'm impressed already. Yeah.
Man, listen, it is so hard today to get kids in that 20 to 30 to come and work. They don't want to work.
I don't necessarily blame them either, though. I mean,
we'll do our part, though. We do our part, man. Honestly, we do our part because I think youth camps, even if let's put it together, man. Let's go ahead and try to get it, man. Those 3 days, and let's try to make it happen. Because Rocket, we've been talking about it a lot. My brother been interested in it too. So we could have a lot of people come in and, because it's a lot of us that still hang out together in our age, you know what I'm saying? And we're like that, that straddle the line age. We ain't old. We can still connect You know what I'm saying?
And
With
I
the
still
youth.
say we come from not the greatest generation, but mental. Our
Yeah.
mental.
We got
Our group
Yeah.
from the 70s.
yeah.
We are more mentally forged than I think any other generation.
Yeah.
I really do. I think the way we think. I think because we're not.
It was almost like we experienced the last little bit of freedom that there was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't have
Yeah.
free thought
Yeah.
before your thought was structured by everything else
You
because
know.
AI wasn't. But you know that's a whole other thing. We got to get into a whole other
Listen, my
podcast.
closing
But
remarks.
yeah, hey,
Listen,
let's get
Hey,
together.
you know
Tony,
what?
welcome to the
You know what's
team, brother.
wrong?
Welcome
Parents
to the
ain't
team, brother.
Hey, parents not letting their children jump makeshift ramps anymore.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
hey,
Get the stand up every now and then.
hey, there's a certain thing called a concussion now. We didn't have them back then.
Concussion.
That's but look how we turned out.
Look how we turned.
Look how we turned out.
Concussion.
Y'all see the space lines? Y'all see? I'm in the outer. I got the Earth behind me. Dog. I got the space lounge.
I told them before you was late because there was a party in the space lounge.
The space lounge, yeah. Hey, I had to tell the robots to go home.
But once again, listen, we got to go, y'all. We done been
Yeah,
man. I enjoy it, guys. I look forward to being a part of y'all next week.
Right on, brother.
Next week episode is gonna be fire. We're inviting you in right now. You. I will be coming live. I will be coming. Well, Sunday. I should be back, but I'll make sure I'm back in time. But I will say I will be coming live remote from the mountains, but I'll be back Sunday. So I will see y'all here. We will be here 22 hours. Because we 2 hours in. 22 hours, 6 days, 22 hours. We'll be back. See y'all then. Peace.
All right.
Right.